Tagaytay City, 4th Judicial Region, Branch 18, Tagaytay City, heirs of Jose Arambulo, namely Omar Alfredo Proceso Jr., Alejandro Lydia Virginia Olympia, also named Arambulo. Philippine Union Mission Corporation of Seventh-day Adventists, that is not the true defendant. The true defendants are Oscar J. Carpo, Virginia J. Carpo, Carmen J. Carpo, Conrado Carpo, Felisa Carpo, Pablo J. Carpo, Salvador Carpo, Ofelia Carpo, Leo Carpo, and Francisco Carpo. Civil case number TG2142 for declaration of nullity of transfer certificates of titles. Blah, blah. You will encounter that here. Petition for court approval of compromise agreement. Come now the petitioners being parties as plaintiffs and defendants in the above entitled case, TG 2142, and assisted by their respective counsels, very respectfully pray the Honorable Court to approve the thereafter order the execution of the following compromise agreement, and in thus petitioning, the herein parties very respectfully aver. The parties to this petition, as well as the parties to the hereto embodied compromise agreement, herein being petitioned for approval, are the following. We have to restate who are the parties because AUP is not a party. Heirs of Arambulo, heirs of Jose J. Arambulo, namely Omar Alfredo Proceso Luz, Rosario Soledad Ricardo Jr., Alejandro Lydia Virginia Olympia, also named Arambulo, Maximo Arambulo Aguilar, and Viviana Arambulo Ondes, all being plaintiffs in the above entitled case, are hereinafter to be collectively known as and referred to as the Arambulos. Yun lang sabihin natin. Pag sabihin natin Arambulos lang naman. And Oscar J. Carpo, Virginia J. Carpo, Carmen J. Carpo, Conrado J. Carpo, Felisa Carpo, Pablo J. Carpo, Salvador Carpo, Ofelia Carpo, Leo Carpo, and Francisco Carpo, all being defendants in the above entitled case, and hereinafter referred to as the Carpos. So the Arambulos and the Carpos. 2. The purpose and intent of the Arambulos and the Carpos in entering into this instant compromise agreement is to put an end and to impose a finality on the court litigation which, commencing with the filing of the complaints on July 27, 2001, still remains pending as of date between the Arambulos and the Carpos of the above entitled civil case number TG2142, in which the Arambulos are praying for a judicial declaration that the following titles and all derivatives, titles emanating therefrom, are null and void ab initio, to wit, TCT number T 4635, RT 2867, TCT number T 1884, RT 268, RT means reconstituted title.
Thank you.
The first TCT number T 4635 is the one being reconstituted. When reconstituted, is given a new number, RT 268. But the number will have to be the entire. Pag reconstitute na nga. TCT number, ito AUP ito. TCT number 325366, 325367, 7820, 104-800, 104-801, 104-816, 104-810. Stipulation of facts. Kasi we have to stipulate facts as a basis for our compromise. Because of it, ito ang gawin natin. The Arambulos and the Carpos concur and agree with the hereinafter narrated facts and for the same to constitute the premises and basis of the particulars of their herein amicable settlement through this compromise agreement. Number 1, situated at Barangay Puting Kahoy, Silang Cavite are the following parcels of land and their respective areas in square meters. To wit, Parcel 1 containing 341,169 square meters and so Parcel 2 containing 389,435, Parcel 3 containing 340,605, Parcel 4 containing 1,050,385, Parcel 5 containing 113,256, Parcel 6 containing 647, the said parcels correspondingly constituting lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 42604. Yan. That is the DNA. Lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 42604. Isa lang yan sa buong daigdig. As yung lupa na referred to as the PSU is isa lang. When a PSU is issued and a title is issued, all titles that will come from that PSU as the transactions of splitting, of course, will have to contain that PSU. Yan ang DNA niya. Were applied for original, this lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 42604 were applied for original registration in the name of the spouses Francisco Arambulo Sr. and Domingo Gomez. The application was published in volume 23, 25 pala, number 88, page 790 of the official gazette of Thursday, March 17, 1927, and in agreement as well as jibing with the above-mentioned official gazette publication are the records of Land Registration Authority, LRA, disclosing that lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 42604 were applied for registration under old record 26475. When this PSU was applied for registration, it was given a number by the LRA. And according to the records of the LRA, on February 7, 1930, this record 26475, referring to lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 42604, was given a registration decree, number 3788. This is the very foundation of our claim that the Arambulos own this property. Walang sinumang kasi hindi maring maduble yan eh.
At hindi nagpe-prescribe yan.
Oh.
Hindi lumilipas.
Encompassing 224 hectares and 8,489 square meters to the spouses Francisco Arambulo Sr. and Domingo Gomez. The said Arambulo spouses had only 3 children. The siblings of the full blood, namely Jose G. Arambulo, yung lolo mo, Francisco G. Arambulo Jr., and Gia Arambulo Bundalian. Tatlo lang sila. In a deed of partition executed on August 20, 1932, implementing what they declared to be the partition wishes of their parents when the same were yet living, the aforementioned Arambulo siblings, as exclusive heirs, partitioned among themselves the properties under PSU 42604 in the following manner. Jose G. Arambulo, lots 1 and 2 of PSU 42604. Francisco Arambulo, lot 4 and 5 of the same PSU. Gia Arambulo Bundalian, lots 3 and 6 of the same PSU. Yan ang distribution ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Subsequently, Gia G. Arambulo Bundalian sold her lots 3 and 6 to her siblings, joint vendees Jose and Francisco Jr., who entered into sale transactions between themselves to the effect that Jose G. Arambulo became the exclusive owner in fee simple of lots 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. After the distribution of the lots among the three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Gia Arambulo sold her 2 lots to the 2 brothers. And the 2 brothers sold between themselves to the effect that, anong nangyari? Lots 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 became the exclusive property of Jose Arambulo, yung lolo mo. Malaki yan. And lot 4, constituting that 1,050,385, went to Francisco Jr. Nangyari. Pursuant to the registration decree of number 373788, lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, PSU 42604, situated at the Barangay Puting Kahoy, Silang, Cavite, were placed under the coverage of original certificate of registration OCT number 1940. Hindi totoo na walang OCT. Meron 1940. Issued by the Register of Deeds of the Province of Cavite in the name of the spouses Francisco Arambulo Sr. and Domingo Gomez. Kisyo, pursuant to the above-mentioned deed of partition among the Arambulo heirs, namely Jose Francisco Jr. and Gia, the OCT number 1940 of the parents Jose Arambulo Sr. and Domingo Gomez was cancelled, preceding the issuance of the respective titles to the heirs inter alia, TCT number T10763 for lots 1, 2 of PSU 42604 and TCT number 10764 for lots 3, 5, 6 of PSU 2464. Both TCTs belong to Jose Arambulo. Dalawang naging TCT ni Jose Arambulo. One containing 1 and 2, and the other containing 3, 5, and 6. Kaya sa kanya na 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Inside 2 titles. This title, the cancelled OCT number 1940, as well as the originals of TCT number T10763 and T10764 no longer exist in the records of the Register of Deeds of Cavite. They are among those documents presumably incinerated when on June 7, 1959, the premises of the Register of Deeds of Cavite was gutted by fire. Likewise, the originals of the owner's duplicate certificates of title of TCT number T10763 and TCT 10764 are not anymore in the possession of the heirs of Jose Arambulo, which heirs are the plaintiffs in the instant civil case TG number 2142. Said owner's duplicate certificate of title were lost irretrievably long ago in the melee that engulfed the country during the 1941-1945 Pacific War. There were 2 imperial armies that were sent to the Philippines. The 14th Army under the command of General Masahiro Homa and the 36th Army under the command of General Susako Suzuki. The question of validity of the transfer of lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 4206 from being the material contents of Jose G. Arambulos TCT number 10763 and TCT number 10762 into being the material contents of David Carpo's titles. Read it? Huh?
Yeah.
The material contents of Jose Arambulos TCTs suddenly became the material contents.
Of the
Carpo.
Yes.
Carpo.
The question of the validity of the transfer is now ang araruhin natin. Kasi diyan nag-away.
Nalipat yung content.
Okay. Nalipat yung content.
Bakit nalipat?
Narito ng istorya. The question of the validity of the transfer of lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 4206 from being the material contents of Jose Arambulos TCT number 10763 and TCT number 10764 into being the material contents of David Carpo's. Just listen. Of David Carpo's of David Carpo's TCT number open parenthesis T-4635 close parenthesis RT-2867.
Tama.
Okay? And of dash open parenthesis dash T1884 close parenthesis RT2868 and of T open parenthesis dash 1840 close parenthesis RT2869 was occasioned the transfer by the loss during the Pacific War by the Arambulos of their owner's duplicate certificate of title of the said Jose J. Arambulo titles, and the loss of the cancelled OCT 1940 covering lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 42604 issued in the name of the spouses Francisco Arambulo Sr. and Domingo Gomez, as well as by the loss of the said Jose J. Arambulo certificate of title when on June 7, 1959, the premises of the Register of Deeds of Cavite were completely razed by fire, which thereafter led to reconstitutions. Okay. The said three titles of David Carpo, whose property contents are lots 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 of PSU 42604 of Jose J. Arambulo, are reconstituted titles, and as such were issued through administrative reconstitutions. In the administrative reconstitution that led to the issuance of the aforesaid David Carpo reconstituted titles, just how did it happen that lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lots 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, walang 4, of PSU 42604, which are the property contents of Jose Arambulo's lost title TCT number T10763 and TCT number T10764, became the property contents of David Carpo's reconstituted titles open parenthesis T-4635 close parenthesis RT-2867 and on, tatlo yan, appeared to have occurred in the following manner.
Okay.
A. The reconstituted title TCT number T open parenthesis T-4635 close parenthesis RT-2867 issued in the name of David Carpo is the case in point. To a reconstituted title must be transferred the material entries regarding owner, land, location, and area contained in the title that has been reconstituted. Nakuha nga yan. If the title is to be reconstituted, the reconstituted title, to that reconstituted title must be entered in toto, the contents of the title being reconstituted. All right. It is noted that TCT number T4635 that was reconstituted was in the name of Aurelio Giusomito, and the land covered therein located in Barrio Timalan, Municipality of Naik, and the area contained therein was 356 square meters. So, to the reconstituted title RT2867 must be transferred the foregoing data. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ano nangyari? But when title TCT number T4635, after its reconstitution, was issued as TCT number T4635 RT28 of Carpo, it was David Carpo who was therein entered as the owner instead of Aurelio Giusomito. Okay? So, a valid TCT was reconstituted.
Okay.
Pero, parang inalis ng parang relleno. Na? Nirelleno. Inalis ang loob at pinasukan iba.
Ang staffing.
Okay. Ilan nangyari yan? Again. After its reconstitution was issued, it was David Carpo who was therein entered as the owner instead of Aurelio Giusomito. It was Barangay Puting Kahoy, Municipality of Silang, Cavite, that was therein entered as the location of the property instead of Barrio Timalan, Municipality of Naik. And it was the 343,157.59 square meters of Lot 1, PSU 426604 of Jose J. Arambulo that were therein entered as the property covered instead of the 356 square meters of Aurelio Giusomito. That was how it happened. Isa-isa natin kasi tatlong titulo ito. The same pattern. Yeah. All right. Therefore,
Nasa classroom.
TCT number T4635 RT286 of David Carpo was not reconstituted and issued according to law. Hindi mo matsasalas yan. According to law. So that its issuance did not transfer from Jose J. Arambulo to David Carpo the ownership in fee simple of the 343,159 square meters of Lot 1 of PSU 42604, the ownership in fee simple over which to date is herein recognized and agreed upon by the Arambulos and the Carpos to remain with the Arambulos heirs of the Jose J. Arambulo plaintiffs in the instant civil case number TG 2142. This is the stipulation. We are making the Arambulos and the Carpos agree with that.
Okay.
Because later on we will be making, as these are the premises. Okay. So we go to the second. The reconstituted title TCT number, open parenthesis T1-1884, close parenthesis RT2868, issued in the name of David Carpo is the second case in point. To repeat, to a reconstituted title must be transferred the material entries regarding the owner, land location, and area contained in the title that had been reconstituted. This time, it is noted that TCT number T-1884 that was reconstituted was in the name of Isidora Virata, wife of Marcelino Sinares, and Jose Butawan, married to Marcela Crudo, and the land covered being situated at Imos, Friarland Estate, and the area contained therein was 2,481 square meters. So, to the reconstituted title RT 2868 must be transferred the foregoing data to TCT 1884, which was reconstituted. But, when TCT number T1884, after its reconstitution, was issued as TCT number, open parenthesis, T-1884, close parenthesis, RT-2868, it was David Carpo who was therein entered as the owner instead of Isidora Virata, wife of Marcelino Sinares, and Jose Butawan, married to Marcela Crudo. It was Barrio Putingkaw, Silang Cavite, that was therein entered as the location of the property instead of Imos Friarland Estate.
Naloko na.
And it was the 399,435 square meters of lot 2 PSU 42604 of Jose J. Arambulo that were therein entered as the property covered instead of the 2,487 square meters of Isidora Virata, wife of Marcelino Sinares, and Jose Butawan, married to Marcela Crudo.
Doon sila nagsukat, dito nagpakot.
Paano nangyari yun?
Kanya nangyari.
Yan nangyari.
Ginapang.
Huwag nang sabihin, huwag ka nang may tanong.
Basta yun nangyari.
Basta yun ang nangyari.
Fine, go.
Basta yun ang nangyari.
Parang
Ha?
hirap isipin kasi doon nagsukat tapos.
Kasi nung araw ay ano.
Bara-bara.
Ang tawag ko dito, yung sabi ko kanina,
Relleno.
Nag-relleno. Diba?
Doon nagsukat, dito nagpakot.
Okay. That's the second title of David Carpo. Let's go to the third. Reconstituted. Mag-ano muna tayo. Therefore, TCT number, open parenthesis T-1884, close parenthesis RT-2868 of David Carpo was not reconstituted and issued according to law so that its issuance did not transfer from Jose J. Arambulo to David Carpo the ownership in fee simple of the 399,435 square meters of Lot 2 of PSU 42604. The ownership in fee simple over which, to date, is herein recognized and agreed upon by the Arambulos and the Carpos to remain with the Arambulos, heirs of Jose Carpo, plaintiffs in the instant civil case number TG2142. Punta na tayo sa pangatlo. Kasi itong tatlong titulong ito nito, diyan manggagaling ang lahat. Kaya, kung null-and-void ito, null-and-void din lahat yan.
Siyempre, lilipat yun eh.
Kaya nga. Ganyan, galing na dami yan. Natres ka. Kinagat ng aso.
Alaga ka makaso.
Buti na lang yung balat lang. Eh di, para kang nire-reason ng estudyante, where's your homework? The dog ate it.
C, number 3 na titulo.
Okay.
The reconstituted title TCT number, open parenthesis T-1840, close parenthesis RT-2869 is the third case in point. To reiterate, to a reconstituted title must be transferred the material entries regarding the owner, land location, and area contained in the title that had been reconstituted. It is this time noted that TCT number T-1840 that was reconstituted was in the name of Felino Alcid, husband of Carmen Villamayor, Gilberto Alcid, husband of Belen Ombrequedo, Marcelino Alcid, married to Belen Guerrero, Esther Alcid, the wife of Laureano Salazar, and Los Alcid, the wife of Apolinario Manuel. Yun ang mga pangalan may-ari ng reconstitute. And the land covered being situated at San Francisco de Malabon, which is now, according to me, the municipality of General Trias.
Not according to you.
According to me.
Okay. Okay.
Kaya yun.
The historian. The historian.
Okay.
Kasi di ba sa history yung San Francisco de Malabon, na magtugtog ang unang pag-raise ng flag, it was the band of the San Francisco de Malabon that played it.
Yung mayor doon, si Jun Perez, kaya kumpare ko.
And General Mariano Trias, the first Vice President of the Philippines, Vice President Emilio Aguinaldo, in the election held at Tejeros on March 16, 1897.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Kaya ito nasa San Francisco de Malabon sa General Trias. Gen 3 ang tawag yan Gen 3, di ba?
Okay.
Okay. Cavite. The area contained therein was 16,693 square meters. So, to the reconstituted title RT 2869 must be transferred the foregoing data to TCT 1840. But when TCT number T1840, after its reconstitution, was issued as TCT number open parenthesis T-1840 close parenthesis RT 2869, it was the name of David Carpo who was therein entered as the owner instead of Felino Alcid et al.
Galing.
Huwag natin isa-sepa. Marami yung Alcid. Marami yung Alcid. Et al na lang. It was Barrio Puting Kahoy's municipality of Silang that was therein entered as the location of the property instead of San Francisco de Malabon, which according to me is now the municipality of General Trias in Cavite. And it was the, listen, puno, tatlong lote ang pinasok.
Okay.
It was the 340,605 square meters of lot 3 and the 113,256 square meters of lot 5 and the 694 square meters of lot 6 of PSU 42604 of Jose G. Arambulo that were therein entered as the property covered instead of the mere 6,693 square meters of Felino Alcid et al. Tapos ang istorya. That's how it happened.
Claro.
In trying to question the validity of the transfer of the material contents of Arambulos titles, how it did happen that this material contents of the Arambulo titles became the material contents of the David Carpo. Yan ang nangyari. Therefore natin ito, therefore, TCT number T, open parenthesis T-1840, close parenthesis RT-2869 of David Carpo was not reconstituted and issued according to law so that its issuance did not transfer from Jose J. Arambulo to David Carpo the ownership in fee simple of the 340,605 and tatlong lote Kasi natin did not transfer the ownership in fee simple of the 340,605 square meters from lot 3 and 1,113 256 square meters from Lot 5 and 694 square meters from Lot 6 of PSO 42604, the ownership and fee simple over which to date is herein recognized and agreed upon by the Arambulos and the Carpos to remain with the Arambulos, heirs of Jose J. Carpo, heirs of Jose J. Arambulo, plaintiffs in the instant civil case TG number 2142. The Arambulos and the Carpos concur and agree that over and above the fact that the entry of lots 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 of PSO 42604 of Jose J. Arambulo into the aforesaid reconstituted titles of David Carpo did not operate to vest David Carpo with any shade of ownership over said lots, and that also the manner as narrated in the foregoing by which the titles of David Carpo were judicially reconstituted and issued rendered David Carpo's reconstituted titles as named null and void ab initio, so that thenceforth all titles that emanated from the said three titles are likewise null and void ab initio.
Yan ba yung res ipsa loquitur?
Res ipsa loquitur. The thing speaks for itself. That's the argumentation of the compromise agreement. That's the premise. And binapalabas natin na the Carpos and the Arambulos agree with this.
The thing speaks for itself. Res ipsa loquitur.
Loqui.
Ha? Loquitur.
Loquitur.
Okay. Patay sila.
The thing speaks for itself. Hawak-hawak mo ngayon eh. Sabi mo, hindi ako. Anong ebidensya mo? Ano ako? Res ipsa loquitur. You are holding the knife that you sank into the body of the victim. Res ipsa loquitur.
Nagaling ang presentation mo pa niya. Res ipsa loquitur.
May lipitor.
Very clear.
Now, what shall we do? This is what shall we do.
Ayan.
Cynthia, you awake? You awake?
Yan.
All right.
Para sa mga
Let's do
magkape.
this. Go, attorney.
Ayun.
Go.
Dito na.
Yan na.
Mabuhay.
We are about to deploy our troops and there will be battle. Not with the Carpos, no, they agree with this. There. Kasi, kukunin natin ito, sinasabi natin.
Magkasama
Of
ng
course.
Arambulos, sampo niya, kunin niya.
I was doing this Pañero with Pichara in my mind.
Pitsara.
I know that it is to Pichara that they will give this. Pag ito na type na kapalis na yan. It will shine.
Sakita ko doon yung pitsara niya. I have measured pitsara sukat ko. And I found them wanting.
Where's Pichara po?
Below.
Bugado.
Okay.
Sarah.
Kinagalitan sila dito.
Ayan.
Number 9.
Ilang chapters po yung libro mo?
Ito na yung conclusion ko.
Ayan ang masarap.
Ito na. Yeah.
Res ipsa loquitur.
Kaya nakita nyo because of these facts, to which we hope the Carpos and the Arambulos will agree. Kasi yan punto eh.
Hindi maintindihan ni kayo ba yung res ipsa?
Alam niya,
Number 7.
rest in peace.
That's the
Number
back
8.
of the case, di ba?
Oh, yeah. That's the backbone.
Yep.
Biglang yung more ko, wala yung laman, tapos na dito.
Hawak na attorney Kutsilyo. Mayor, go all the way.
He's about to...
Tapusin natin niya, attorney.
He's about to bite the hands.
Sabi nga ni Atty. Kay, go!
Go, yeah. Kay gayo mo.
Ayaw mo pa.
He's about to bite the hands that feeds him.
Kaya lang dapat yun.
Kasi it's going to...
Ninong, sabi nga niya, nalublob na siya eh. Yes.
Enjoy the morcon,
Relleno.
Relleno.
Yeah.
Bukas, dadalang kita ng relleno.
Yan na
Bangis. Ay, bangos.
Yeah. Yan na si Cynthia na, attorney.
Napagkwentuhan. Ang ano talaga nito, valid yung reconstitute. It is an existing title. Ang ginawa dito, binili.
Yung bangos. Ay,
yung mga valid titles na kina Josomito, kina binili yun. Ha? And kung anong karukunan gawin mo sa title na yun, they will not mind. It's not theirs anymore. Yun. Binili yun doon, pinasok, nawalaan niya ang original ano nito, i-reconstitute.
Carpo lang.
Oo.
Galing naman nila.
Carpo lang. Yan lisa ng innards. Ha? Okay.
Ginamit yung title lang.
Attorney, ito binanggit mo lahat na to noong nagharap sa korte yung Arambulo at Carpo. Nandoon ang AUP.
Wala pa ito.
Wala
pa ito.
Hindi yan
Ang pinag-usapan ngayon, motion to dismiss. Because when the Arambulos filed the case, Sarate, a very brilliant lawyer, sinundan na lang sa Magazine office, pointed out that let us first settle the matter, whether this action can proceed. Because they interposed the defense of prescription, the defense of laches, the defense of buyers in good faith. AUP is the buyer in good faith. Yan natin ko yun dito.
Yun yung stand ni Sumakay sa'yo. The prescription, laches, buyers in good faith.
But when I read the entire proceedings Spaniero, it wasn't Sumagay who first interposed that. It was Sarate.
Kasi Lue.
Kaya magaling si Noe. Magaling bumanat eh. Nagpapatanggal.
Nagkalagang judge eh. Dispart pa.
Kaya ko nalaman na nagpatanggal para sa isang judge na kaibigan natin. Siya nagsabi sa akin.
Sino may mismo?
Tanggal na yung judge na yan.
Tanggal. Puta, dispart pa eh.
75,000 lang. Huh? For the measly 75,000, tumanggap ang judge. Batang-bata para judge. Guwapo, etc. Si Ami siguro.
Hindi ka magkanon na, di ba? Si Judge. Binibiro-biro ka.
Yun.
Papahagi yan. Baka luso.
Inatagusan niya si Judge.
Sabi ko, tutuhanin mo yan, ha? Tutuhanin mo yan.
Ayan na.
Matatakot yan.
Ayan na.
Okay. Now, continue.
Huwag mo nang sabihin na lang.
The Arambulos and the Carpos concur and agree that the following titles, the property contents of which are all portions of lots 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, PSU 4, 2, 6, or 4 of Jose J. Arambulo, have emanated from the mentioned 3 void in ab initio titles, reconstituted titles of David Carpo, and so being all offsprings and descendants of titles void ab initio are themselves titles void ab initio, to wit. What are these? Yung mga anak ng titulong yun. T-104-816 in the name of Oscar Carpo, 47,000 square meters. The name of Oscar Carpo, married to Virginia Lazaro. T-104-810 in the name of Oscar J. Carpo, married to Virginia Lazaro. Virginia J. Carpo, married to Pedro Tanchunco. Carmen J. Carpo, married to Roman Mangulat. Conrado J. Carpo, single. Felisa J. Carpo, wife of James Ridley. Yan ang mga may-ari nitong T-104-810. 17,715 square meters. T-104-800 in the name of Felisa Carpo, married to James Ridley, American. Meron pa sa titulo, American.
Kalagay.
Nakalagay. Ay, kinupya ko, American daw eh.
Okay.
Kaya malakas ang loob nito eh. 45,072 square meters. T-104-801 in the name of Francisco J. Carpo, married to Susan Borja, 45,0472. These are the titles that descended from those void titles of Carpo, from the Relleno. These are the titles that descended from the Relleno,
Mhm.
that are in the possession of the Carpos. 1, 2, 3, 4. The following titles, which in like manner as the foregoing are void ab initio as well, are all in the name of North Philippine Union Mission of Seventh Adventists, NPUM, now North Philippine Union Mission Conference of Seventh Adventists, NPUC, to wit, 11. Ito, may mga nalagpasan ako, kasi itong mga subdivided na, kasama sa pagliliyo. What's the point? What's the point of the titles coming from the Carpos will be subdivided? Except to lose. To create a plethora.
To create a smoke screen.
Ito na. T, in PUM natin ito ha. T72517. 6,101 in square meters ha. T72518. 16,616. T72519. 3,912. T72520. 63,899. T72521. 160,225. T72522. 767. T72523. 4,601. T72536. 18,800. T21147. 284,292. T78206. 324,579. T78352. 24,759. Total 978,549. Kung hindi mali ang computer. Ganun lang ako. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hindi nagkakamali ang fingers ko.
Galing
Yan.
pala sa fingerings.
Fingering na...
Di ba? That's your calculus.
That is a pornographic term. Fingering.
Oh, is that right? Pasensya na.
Nakasisipan
Break lang ito naman.
Attorney, water muna. Baka umaba yung concept na naman eh.
Remember, you were my teacher.
Kailangan PG tayo.
Remember, you were my professor.
PG. Ninong tama.
Fingerlinks. Pasensya, pianista ako eh. So,
Fingering ba, no?
ha?
Gusto mo, dagdagan ko.
Wag. Basta malaman natin yung...
Tapos na eh. What are we going to do with this? Yan ngayon, amicable compromise.
Mhm.
Ang ginawa, binigay na lang ito sa mga Carpo. Ito, ang kukunin natin. Malaki ito.
Ilan yan? Ilan yan?
97 hectares and 8,549 square meters.
That's a lot.
Ibigay natin sa kanila mga 7 to 10 hectares where there are already
Buildings.
mga buildings, no?
Establishments.
Magkano tira?
Attorney, silip lang pa. Itong 97 hectares, 8,549 square meters. Ito yun. How about this one?
Hindi kasali yan. Yan ay,
Kasi 119.
yan ay 154 hectares, 859.
Mag-retire na si Cynthia.
That's 15 hectares.
15 hectares ang tinawa mo.
Kasi 97 plus 15. Ilan ang total? Kasi ang dapat lamang ay 119 square meter, hectares.
But that is what the documents say.
97.85 plus 15.4. That's how much?
Baka may mga ano dito na.
Dito na siguro.
Mali siguro yung
Hindi eh.
Yung
fingering. Oh, hindi na ako nagsabi ng mayor. Ikaw na. I didn't want to say the word.
Mayor, hindi tayo matatapos.
So, dito na lang siguro yung konting, ano,
Ano,
Discrepancy.
Basta yan ang ano. Ito, mga ito, galing ito sa titulo eh. Kasi nga may listahan ng ano, ang kolehiyo. Hindi ko nga, taka ako bakit napakarami. Kasi nag-subdivide sila eh. You remember, Panyero yung subdivide ni Magaysay?
Oo. Sumunod pa siya sa pilotan.
Subdivide eh. Ito. Nagtaka nga ako eh. Si Justin na gano'n ito, sa calculator. Sabi ko, anak, baka mali ka. Hindi niya, nag-grab pa eh. Kinupya ko ito, 110. Move forward. O anong gagawin natin ngayon dito? Kasi ito ang punto.
With the view.
Nag-aaway tayo dito. Kasi, the Marmito case file, once all of this, yung mga titulo na yan, null and void. Galing doon sa Relino eh. Yan. Lahat. Ito, ang pinasok sa Relino nito, itong mga ito, galing ito sa lots 2 and 3. Ang 1, dito. Ang 1 at saka 5, 6. Narito. Meron din dito, pero counting dito.
So, in the course ng transfer ng mga title, nagkakaroon na ng discrepancy yan. Kasi from 119 doon sa Seji Arambulo, nabawasan siguro ng nabawasan dahil
Palagay ko, lumaki.
lumaki pa siya.
Lumaki.
I-cross-check natin sa ginawa ni si Magaysay na sulat when they subdivided and subdivided.
Pero Panyero,
Yeah,
alam ko na kung dala ko. Pero that was my basis. Ano sa Magaysay.
Pero sa title mo na kinuha yan.
Title ko na ito.
kasi hati nila eh.
Biniisa ng AUP actually. Panibagong baro.
The compromise settlement.
Okay.
Ito ang dapat all
Tutukan.
minds should deal with this.
Pero dapat we have to resolve that. Otherwise, sisilipin.
Oh, kaya right. Review natin. Siyempre, silipin yun. Natatag natin ang premises natin, ha?
Yan na yan.
Ang premises natin, ha? Okay. Ito ang suggested ko na. Considering that the Carpos had no personal participation in the procedures and proceedings which resulted in the issuance of null and void ab initio reconstituted titles in the name of David Carpo, as in fact the Carpos in the instant civil case number TG 2142 are defendants in their capacity as heirs and not in their capacity as wrongdoers. Tama ba ako?
Okay.
Kasi,
Ano ba yan?
yeah. Para wag pumalag.
May hawak-hawak silang receipt sa locator. May hawak-hawak. Ang mga Carpo ngayon na sinasagdal, may mga hawak-hawak na receipt sa locator. Itong mga ano, receipt sa locator, hawak-hawak nila. Okay.
Yung binasa ko ngayon,
And considering further the demonstrated amity and candor of the Carpos in agreeing and concurring with the Arambulos on where the truth is in the controversy. The Carpos and the Arambulos concur and agree that without abandoning the position that the three reconstituted titles are null and void ab initio, the Arambulos quit claim the land covered by the null and void titles. Yung binasa ko.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 2, quit claim the land covered by the null and void titles, blah, 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 to and in favor of their respective possessors among the Carpos, whose names are written on such null and void titles.
Pero Panyero, your statement last time, that would be good for the Campus. That the Campus, the sellers in good faith, pinakita niya walang technical description.
Pagdating natin sa AUP.
But AUP was a buyer in bad faith.
Yes. Here, we are settling the compromise with the Carpos.
Okay.
Papunta na tayo sa AUP. Kasi ang naging compromise agreement dito, iwan na sa kanila yun. In giving them the property content of the null and void titles, we are not abandoning our position that these titles are null and void. But nevertheless, the contents are true. Uwi nyo na. Para huwag tayo magawa. Ang habulin na lang natin yung pinagbintahan ninyo yung malaki. The Arambulos and the Carpos concur and agree that the 11 NPUM and PUC titles enumerated in paragraph 10 hereof, in whose collective areas amount to more than 978,549, are likewise null and void ab initio titles, and that the Arambulos should physically enter and take over the same because the sale transaction of the said properties was tainted by reckless bad faith on the part of the purchaser in PUM and PUC. Though his titles were defective, David Carpo exercised good faith in his dealings with NPUM in PUC because he showed the title to the purchaser with all the irregularities in the entries appearing on the face thereof, one of which was the absence of technical descriptions on the title, and being frank to the purchaser about the irregularities on the title, he did not conceal any material matter, therefore exercised no deceit. It is on record that in PUMC, in PUC, at the time of purchase, had actual knowledge of facts and circumstances that would impel a reasonable cautious man to make inquiry, in one who fails in doing so can neither be denominated and can neither be denominated an innocent purchaser for value nor purchaser in good faith. I'm quoting a Supreme Court decision.
Hindi mo sabing bad faith na.
Lusot na lusot ang Carpo.
Well done, attorney. Well done.
Pwede bang instead of irregularities, defects of the title?
Kasi,
Yeah, kasi
mas maganda pakinggan.
Yan din ang struggle ko, Mayor. I'm struggling
Layman's.
to find the correct word.
We have to soften the impact with the
Tama.
That is a hand grenade and will kill, but killing me
Softly.
softly with the song.
Sabi softly. Galing na. On cue talagang aking tatay eh. Yan ang gusto ko
Killing me
sa'yo.
softly.
Para wag mo malag.
Oh, yeah.
Attorney, magaling ka talaga.
Hello.
Magaling ka, attorney.
Yan ang disposition sa Arambulo, sa AUP.
Nang lusot ang
Okay.
Grabe.
The Arambulos and Carpos concur and agree that the area of some 7 hectares more or less on which NPUMC in PUC has built school infrastructures of the Adventist University of the Philippines AUP.
11.
11.
Mm.
9.
Yan.
Final page.
See?
Therefore,
Maybe quit claim. Kasi yung sa mga Arambulo, quit claim natin. You understand that term?
Mm-hmm.
No? Quit claim.
Galing kong caregiver, di ba?
Sabi ng mga, sabi ng kapapangan, hakin yan, hakin. Hakin, pero iyon na. Para tayong problema.
Yun na.
Maybe quit claims in favor of the NPUM and NPUC, AUP if they accept in writing and pay whatever dues there be.
Pay.
Kasi, ang napag-isipan natin yun, kukunin natin yan. Kukunin natin ang lots 2 and 3. Malaki ito. Hindi yung, di pag nagpunta doon, hindi pa open space na yan, including yung kalukuhan ng Iskay. That is lot 2.
Oh,
Lot 1 is here, sa kabila.
for the schools.
Oh,
academy.
lot 2. Pagpasok natin sa AUP, may creek doon sa tabi ng clinic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the boundary between lot 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
Clinic is on lot 3.
Okay.
Saka yung
Mortgage.
yung academy.
Academy.
Yung academy,
Black Street.
academy complex, ang drill ground, ang gymnasium, ang church, at saka ang clinic, at saka mga housing there, pati ang music department, pati yung swimming pool, at pati yung auditorium ba yun na doon sa baba ng Yan ang mga area. They are all in lot 3.
Down to the motor
Lot
pool.
2 is vacant.
Tawa ang ngiti niya.
That very big. Yeah.
Lot
Vacant.
2.
That's lot 2.
Okay.
Na itong ng AUP, puro kinuha sa lot 2 and 3. Ang lot 4, okay yun. Bininta yun lang. Bininta niya. Lucia. Nagtaka nga ako eh. Sabi kasi dinala ko doon sa Marmelo, sabi ko, halika, ituro mo sa akin ito. Hawak-hawak naman ang mapa. Pinalakad ko talaga siya eh. Yung parang kawawa naman yung tao, may tapos pinalakad ko. Ako sa katanda kong ito, mayroon ako maglakad eh. Sprite ako maglakad.
Siyempre.
Sinundan namin ang ilog na yan. Sinundan namin. Kasi sabi niya, natural boundaries to. Creek.
Magaling nga, pati sa likod, ilog eh.
Nalunod yung mga bata.
Kung ano nangyari kay Gayuan, may nalulunod, may binubugbog.
Gismo River. Gismo River ang tawag yan. Malalim yan. Diyan bininyagan ng aking anak yung namatay. Si Jessica. Karadso mo siguro, ano mo yun eh. Kalibid mo ano yun eh.
Diyan natin pagbibinyagan si Sinja.
Tanggalin natin yung mga hikaw na yan.
INC.
Paglubog. Wala nang hikaw.
Hindi.
Magtatayo kami dyan ng
I
kapilya.
disagree with that eh, yung bawal mag- Bakit babawal mo?
Attorney, magtatayo kami dyan ng kapilya.
We have the same mind on that.
Okay, bakit babawalin mag-alas?
Ay, yung mga kapanganakan ni Abraham, may maraming kiwang-kiwang. Parang, and Carpos concur and agree that the 27-hectare residential subdivision project of the NPUM and NPUC must be allowed reasonable area as right-of-way to the Tagaytay-Balibago Highway. Such right-of-way to cut through the proper areas of lots 2 and 3 of PSU 4260. Kasi ang yung sasabi ko sa kanya, Mayor, na when these lands were wrongfully exported and they got into several hands, many things happened. Among the things that happened is that yung 2 hectares na swap sa Ayala, ay na-involve sa pag-raise ng fund para ma-lift ng lease pendants. That is an entanglement of the land. And it's a reality. How shall we deal with that? Problema yan. Yung ni Panyero na nagkakadebate kami kasi ayaw niya na. Na 4 hectares. Na-kontrata yung area na yan. See? You have to deal with that.
Ganun ang ginagawa nila to raise, ano,
Ang ibig sabihin,
money.
ang ibig sabihin na,
They authorize me, Sumakisay at Padilla,
hindi na tayo
using that land.
ang
To
punto
try
ko,
to judge.
Sharon, hindi na tayo nagko-complain ng what happened.
It doesn't
We just
matter.
see the problem as it is and try to deal with it in this compromise agreement because these are cogs that can cause some...
No, but we take it as is.
Yeah,
We take it as is.
that's why ito, I felt funny because here am I'm interested in the 4 hectares and yet I am saying that the title to that 4 hectares is null and void. See it? But nevertheless, it's not the title but the content. The land is genuine. Only that the title under which it is placed is null and void. Kaya ang kinequit claim, sabi natin, without abandoning the position, without abandoning our position that title is null and void, it is the land content.
And then if the title is null and void, it becomes Arambulo title. Property.
It's Arambulos.
Yeah.
It's Arambulo.
Arambulo.
Maliwanag yan eh. Yung kaya nilinaw ko yung premise eh. Kung paano tatagyan Ngayon talaga sa mga sabi sa Bicol, kapung uli na Arambulo, Francisco Arambulo Sr. and Domingo Gomez. May-ari ng PSU na yan. Ang siyang nag-publish sa Official Gazette and is on record in the LRA.
Did you mention them that it was published in the official gazette?
Yeah.
Ano ka ba yung that? Did you mention that?
Yes. Ano na kayo?
Kasi that will put an imprimatur into that claim.
Kaya nga, yan.
Kasi if it's not registered in the gazette, wala.
Yan.
Andyan
Kasabi ko, mahabang situated at Barangay Puting Kahoy, Silang Cavite are the following parcels of land, their respective areas in square meters, to wit parcel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, corresponding to lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 4264, where applied for original registration in the name of his spouses Francisco Arambulo Sr. and Domingo Gomez. The application was published in volume Roman number XXV 25, number 88, page 790 of the Official Gazette of Thursday, March 17, 1927. And in agreement as well as jibing with this aforementioned Official Gazette publication are the records of the Land Registration Commission. Ano naman sabi ng records ng Land Registration Commission? That this lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of PSU 42604 of Domingo Gomez and his spouses were applied for registration in assigned number. Assigned number. That was number 26475. According to the record, this assigned number 26475 was on February 7, 1930, issued a registration decree number 37378.
So based on the registration with the Official Gazette, the LRA acted upon it and they issued a decree number. Correct. Very well. You trace the ancestry.
No, yeah. Doon tayo nagsimula. And for us to tell na the Arambulo spouses had only 3 siblings. Dinivide nila.
Masaya siya.
Yeah, narin pa niya.
Baka mabago.
Ang mas maganda dito sa akin yung
Type na lang.
hindi to. Yung Regino.
Yun.
Bala, parang magawa.
Yun. Pag nakita ko sa tour,
Pakipatay mo.